Hey guys, I don't know if you can see outside this window here, but it's a snow day and I wanted to take you along with me to Cull and edit an engagement session together today. I did film the behind the scenes of this session and put it on YouTube, so if you haven't already seen it, go ahead and head to that video and then come back here. We're going to cull through everything we shot and then edit it together. Alright, so to cull, I'm going to be using Aftershoot. So I just opened it up and I'm going to select the photos, start culling, add folder, and I'm going to go into my external hard drive here, engagement with Audrey, import from this folder, and then let's see what it says. So it's pulling in all the photos. It looks like I took 1,300 photos at this engagement session. So that's a lot. So it looks like, okay, so brought all the photos in. I'm going to click start. AI automated culling. I'm going to click view. This is a engagement. So here you can select standard, few, or more. I'm going to click few because I took so many photos. I'm going to click start. And then let's let that do its thing and then we'll be right back. Okay, so it ended up taking 31 minutes to this engagement session. It looks like over here it took it to from 1,300 photos to 313 photos. So let's just look through these. What I like to do is just do a brief scan. If it says +5 or more is usually when I open it up and see what is the +5. So let me go back because I lost it. Okay, so let's check this out, +4. And then if you click the down arrow, it will flip through them. I do like that. I also like that one. So I'm going to just select this one. And then I'm going to click the right arrow to go to the next. 4, 3, 6 duplicates here. I like that. I like that one. Keep going. I don't like this photo. And then 9 duplicates here. I actually like the one it selected. 6 duplicates. I don't like that one. Or that. There's some wind. I like this one. I'm talking. I do go back and forth between opening them up and looking them as a whole. So far this looks pretty good. It's good variety. I don't like this photo. You can also click the little arrow here. I don't like that one. They're not looking at each other. I'll take that one out. This one has 7 duplicates. I like that. And you can see her face blown up over here. I actually like a lot of these. I liked her looking at him, even though her hair is in the way. That one. Kiss. 7 duplicates here. And the walking, I always open them up because it's just hard to see it. Let's see. I like this one. And this one. Next. More walking. No. Kiss. Walking. That's what I really like this photo. So you can also, I think, click 9 to make it blue, which is going to be a highlight. No, they need to like look at each other. I like that one instead of this one. That's cute. That one's also cute. Still walking. I like that too. Oh, actually I'm going to take this one out and keep this one. I like that. I'll make that a 9. 9. That's a really good photo. I like that one. These are good smiles. Oh, I actually like this pose. I think I explained how to do this in the video where they're like off. They're not next to each other. She's more ahead or he's more behind. And I like that. And then them looking at each other and then at me. So 2. Reaching for each other. That's cute. Okay, let me go back and see another overview. Actually, I might take this out because I don't know if I like it that much, how it turned out. No, that's not good. That's good, but is there one where they're both looking? No, he stays looking at her, which I like. Okay, and then we already did these. Let's take this one out. Then we have some wide shots here. That looks good. Let's make that a 9. Walking, I'm gonna blow it up again. Some little bit, I like that one. So let's go keep that. She's kind of adjusting there. Take that out. No, that one's nice. No. I like that one. Actually, that's the best. Let's put that as a 9. And that one as well. Okay, and then we're gonna change spots here. You don't have to go through every photo like I did, but I'm gonna keep all these because there's no duplicates. Not too much back of the head. That one has some duplicates. I actually liked where she was looking off. Well, okay. These don't have a lot of duplicates, so this is pretty quick over here. This is 8 duplicates. Oh, they looked at each other. Take one of those. This has 6 duplicates. I think I just took too many photos. Oh, they're looking down. No, I don't like that much. Take that out. These are all unique, but they're not in all of them because they were running around. But they're good like images to scatter around, even though they're not like real super formal portraits. I like to keep these kind of like fun ones scattered. These are fun. This is the tag, and I always have so many duplicates because I just do like fast speed so they're in focus. This has 7. I'm gonna open this up. Oops, what happened? That's cute. I like that one. This one has 6 duplicates. No, they're all the same. This one had 5. I like that more than the first one because he's smiling a little bit more. Okay. 4, 6. These are cute. Take that out. Take that out. 6. But they're all the same. Okay. Then we changed to lighting again. So there's 5 duplicates here. They're all the same. 3 here. Oops. Yeah, so these look good. I like this photo. Make that a 9. I like him looking at her also. 6 duplicates here. Okay, looking at each other. These all look good. 3 or 4 duplicates. These look the same. These all look good. Good. Take that out. 5. Take that out. 5 duplicates here. Usually if it says 5, there's one where they're looking at me and then one where they're looking at each other. So I just pull 1 and 1. Same here, 5. No, they just stayed looking at each other. 4. Overall, this is too many photos that just look alike. Even though I clicked few, this is just too many. So I only want to ever do 3, maybe 4 similar in a row. So see how this is 1, 2, 3. I don't know why there's 10 duplicates here. I think I was just taking way too many photos. I'm gonna keep this one. I only need 1 of these because it's just like a portrait. There's 4. Oh, he does look over here, so I'll take that one. Oh no, but it's in this one. Good. Walking. Ooh, I like this one. This one where she's leading. That's good. I like both of those. Okay, and then let's go back. These are messy. Same, see how it's 1, 2, 3, 4, very similar. So I can open this up. 1, 2, 3, we can take out 4. She won't like her hair. 1, 2. I like 2, so let's keep 2. Take that out. Take that out. And then this was me just doing some light tests. And I just did some full sun, so I only want like 1 of these. And then this was a little bit at the end, a pregnancy announcement. They wanted to do a little bit. These are different poses for that. So these are not going to be in the engagement group. So these are pretty easy. And then, oh, this is a different session here. So let me just go down and take all that out. So it was not 1,300 images. Sorry, this was 2 sessions. I ended up splitting them up in the folders, but I pulled them all into Aftershoot by accident. So it ended up being, I can tell you how many were for this engagement session. And it tell me how many I have selected, I wonder. I actually don't know. It does not tell me. I'm not sure, but probably around 600 because this was 2 sessions. I ended up narrowing it down to 143, which I think is pretty good, plus the highlights. It's almost 143, 50, math, 170. Yes, 170 images. I think that's pretty solid for an engagement session. Okay, so what I do now is click Save Changes, and then I'm going to go and open up Lightroom and create the catalog first, and then we're going to use Imagen to edit. So, opened up Lightroom, new catalog. I'm going to call this Engagement with Audrey Lightroom, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on the same hard drive that the photos are actually stored on. See how this is extreme? This is my external hard drive. So this is her folder, but I don't need it in the folder. I'm just going to put it in the same hard drive so that the raw files are always with the catalog in the same hard drive. So I click to create. I don't need to do the backup. I click to skip. I just like to create it, and then when you click it to export, they're already going into this catalog. There's the catalog ready. If I click selected, it's going to export 170 because it combines the highlights automatically. You can just export the highlights, which is what I do when I do sneak peeks for weddings. I just export this, but I'm gonna export both. Export to Lightroom, and then it will just automatically pull up the photos and it will import them into Lightroom. So I'm going to pause recording, let this import, and then I will be back. Okay, so click import. Yeah, and then let it import. Okay, I am back. So I have 170 images in the Lightroom catalog, and then I've opened up Imagen here. I'm going to add a project, and I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to click this catalog. It's going to tell me to close it, so I need to go over here and close Light. Okay, and then I'll click try again. I just want all the photos, so it should be 170 photos, but I'm going to edit, and then I'm going to click next. This is a portrait session. I would like to do, portrait crop, that's new. Send as the main subject. Can I do both? Portrait crop. 4:5. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna click portrait crop. Straighten, and I don't need to smooth the skin. I don't need to do anything else. I'm gonna click continue. And it's going to go ahead and edit the photos, so I will let it do its thing, and then I will come back. Okay, so it looks like it is done. So I'm going to click download to review, download edits, continue. Open Lightroom again, so now we can close this out, or we could have closed it out already. Exit Aftershoot, and we're gonna open up Lightroom. Okay, so let's check out the edits. Okay, I've been edited now. Let me go back to the top and show you what I typically do. Just the way my brain works, I take all the greens and make them not green because I like to use the green label for the black and whites. So I just take the greens and make them not green. I don't do it for all the colors because I like to keep the blue as like the highlights because they're the ones I really liked when I was culling. Okay. So what I do is first I go through and just look at crops real quick, and all of the crops look pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna take this out. Oh, and actually I like to put it into a collection. So we'll click all, because it's easier to delete photos from the collection because you don't get that pop-up. So see, now if I just click delete, it's gone. So we'll go through here. And sometimes I find this was actually 3 similar in a row now that I'm seeing it again. There's a little lag on the edits, that's why they're not all looking consistent. My computer is just slow. I'll take this one out. Actually, I really liked the thing in the portrait crop. I feel like it cropped it pretty well. It's still loading these here, but I feel like it looks pretty good. And I know it's 4:5 is like an 8:10, so that's a good crop. And also it's what Instagram uses to auto post. so you don't have to recrop if I just do everything as a 4:5. I'm gonna come back. I'm just looking at crops right now. I'm gonna come back and fix a little bit of this coloration, but let's just look for cropping. Cropping looks pretty good. I don't see anything super jumpy. I like to do all the crops at the beginning because then I can just see it better. Okay, let's see here. Okay, crops look good. So let's go back to the top. And now I'll go by, I'm gonna turn off all these 5 stars. Okay, now I'll just go through and look at colors. So I do it by scene. So this was like 3 scenes. So I feel like this looks pretty close because it is my preset. It's pretty accurate, but I feel like because it was so wintry, like the grass is dead, I'm just gonna go in and just up the green down here. And I try not to change this because this is changing like the tone of my greens, but I can change the saturation and still look kind of like my style. I can change that a little. Okay. See, I just added a little bit more color to them, to the background because it was pretty dead. Then I will drag this over here. And whatever I did for that, I'm gonna just sync through this whole scene. So it ended right here. See how now they're in the orange grass? So I'll click develop, and then I'll click sync, and I'm only gonna sync the color mixer, nothing else. Sync. And then now I know all the colors for the first scene are similar. So then I'll pull the second scene, which is where I stopped the highlight. So right here, let's pull this one. I feel like the background, the grass is just dead. It doesn't look too terrible. Let me see, a good way to do this is to see, let me try what I just did for the first scene on this scene to see if it ups it. Yeah, that color looks really good. So let me copy the edit here. I'm just gonna copy the color mixer. And then we'll open up this photo. Man, my computer is lagging. Okay, so now we'll come in here. I'm just gonna paste the edits that I just did. So it didn't change much. I don't even know if you noticed. This is the only thing it's picking up as green. So let's just undo that because I don't like how that did that. So I want, that takes the yellow up. We could go just a little bit on that. And then where, see how the green is only picking up this? So I'll undo that. Let's see, they're coming up as orange a little bit. Let's take this yellow a little more to the right. I think that looks pretty good. And then I feel like they are just backlit and there wasn't that much like good lighting. Sorry, it was pretty harsh. So I feel like they're looking a little bit pale. So I'm going to just create a mask for this scene. And I'm going to select people. And I'm just going to select their skin. And I want to make them a little more tan. Because I think they are just getting drowned out by this, this bright light towards the back. So person 1 and person 2. And then I'm going to do, I don't want to do their clothes. I'm just gonna make them their skin, their body, their eyebrows, basically everything except their clothes. So that's a mask. And then if you hold down Alt, you can reset. I'll click reset tone. They should go back to normal. Now I'm going to just take, oh, why is that doing their clothes? Hold on. Oh, clicking the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, just, I guess I can subtract from the mask of their clothes. Okay, I'm just gonna do person 1, add people, person 2, and then I'm gonna do everything, create mask. Okay, maybe I clicked the wrong thing before. That's what I wanted. So this is one mask, that's just their skin. So I'm gonna Alt reset tone. So they should look normal now. Okay, now I should just do the skin. Yeah, there we go. See how now it's doing the skin. I don't know what was going on. So let me undo that because I made them blue. And this is how they look. I'm just going to do a little, see, they look a little bit more tan. Oh, and the saturation is up. So I think there's a way to see, oops, happened. I think there's a way to, I think I broke Lightroom. Okay, they're looking pretty good skin tone wise. Maybe I'll make them a little brighter. I like that. So it's very subtle. I only did 9 and 15 and 0.10. So for this scene, I'm going to take this mask and I'm going to sync. I want to sync the color mixer and the mask. And then this is going to take a second because it has to go through each photo and pull the skin tone of each person out of each photo. So yeah, it's going to take 6 minutes to do that. So I'm going to just pause the recording and then we'll continue. Okay, so it finished syncing. So we're going to go into the next set. So these look great. So we'll go in here and just going to give this a look for the next lighting set. So that looks pretty good. I do think the green could be just a tad more colorful. Let me see what it looks like if I paste the edits. No, that did the green too much. So we'll undo paste. I'm gonna actually repaste and then just come down and take the green down just a little bit. And then we'll just bring this over a bit more. And then I think same thing here with the masking. I'm going to copy the mask. Oh, it did do the mask. So paste it here. Let's see. Oh, it didn't do the mask. Okay. So paste the mask here and see how it looks with the mask pasted. Yeah, so they are a little warmer now. Almost a little too warm in this scene. So let's go down just a hair. And I think that looks good. And then I'm gonna go back and fix the green because I repasted it. So I wanted this over a little. And the green is too green now. Down. Okay. Overall, for all the 3 scenes, I'm not really changing much that Imagen did already do. So now I'm just, you can see I'm down here selecting everything until the end of the scene, sync, the color mixer, and the mask. I just tweak the colors, like the green, the yellow, to compensate for like when the season is bad. I bring it back to match my spring galleries a little bit more. So that's all I'm really doing and syncing. This is going to take a minute because it has to do the skin tone again. Then I'll do, this is the second scene, technically 3rd scene, so then I'll do the last one the same way, and I think that's a totally different lighting situation, and then we'll look at that. All right, so now I'm going on to the last scene here. So we'll just click over. So that green looks very different here than it did in this one. So let me go ahead and tone this up just a hair. Unless this is the raw. Hold on, maybe it's, I think it's actually still loading. No, it's good. Just gonna go up just a hair. Maybe make it a little brighter. And then I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and sync this whole scene. Sync color mixer. And see how it looks. Let's see how it's flowing together. So it's good. These are still loading the edits. This green is pretty green. I'm realizing the second scene, that's pretty bright green. So I might need to go and actually tone that down. And then what I'm gonna do is just take a quick look at the blues because I want them to like flow from scene to scene, the colors. So I feel like the first scene, this group is really matching the last scene really well. So I think this was too much green, definitely. See how it's too bright. So I'm gonna go back and fix this scene and then at the end, but let's keep going for now. So these are still loading, but I feel like this top really goes well with the bottom scene over here. So let's just check this out. I think it's loading. Yeah, that green looks good. Okay, and then let's see how the full sun images are looking as well. Okay, it doesn't look too different, but definitely because it's full sun, I need to tone down a little bit. Maybe make it a little more yellow, and maybe it's a tad brighter. Oops. Sure. I think we could go a little bit greener. Okay, and then let me just sync those. Oh, but I'm in the blue. I did not mean to be in the blue. Okay, this photo goes here, so you can see what I'm doing. This is this scene, color mixer, and then let's copy the color mixer from this one. Actually, I'm not sure if it's synced here. Let's sync the color mixer here, and then we'll copy it. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll go to the very last section and just sync the color edits. Okay. And we'll sync just color. Everything else looks pretty good all the way down. Actually, his feet are a little too cropped in this one, so let's go like this. Fix that just a bit. That looks good. Okay, and then like I said, so now that everything's been adjusted, I want to just take the blues and make sure that it's flowing scene to scene. So there's definitely a big difference between this photo and, let's pull one. Maybe we'll pull this. Maybe you're gonna hit C to compare. See the difference? It's actually not that different when you pull it up close. It's just the way the sun was hitting this strip and the way the sun was hitting this background. I could either, to make this flow a little bit better, tone down the background in this, make a mask, or I could tone down the green. Let's try toning down the background just a hair. But it doesn't look too different, but I'm just like being picky at this point. So let's go into this and see if it's because this was backlit with no shade that it's the sun in the background is really, so you can make a mask, select background. It's really like throwing off the rest of the gallery just a little, like just to me. Reset. I like that. It's not overexposed. I feel like the green is just a little yellow. Somehow get this to go, there we go. That's what I wanted. This to tone down. There. That looks like the rest of the gallery. So then I'm going to get out of the blue because those are just the highlights. Put this photo at the front of this scene so that I can use it. Okay, now I'm going to sync this photo here all the way through this scene, and I want to sync both masks and the color mixer. So let's give that a second to do its thing. Okay, so now that's done syncing, I just re-clicked the blues to pull up just like a comparison and take this one out of the blues, but I feel like this is now flowing pretty well from scene to scene. Like I feel like all the colors look good, they look consistent, skin tones look good, consistent. If this was shuffled, I don't think anything would stand out too much. So then the next step that I do is, this is why I took the greens out. There's 167 photos. I like for about 10% to be black and white, or just the easy way that I do it is I do every other row, I make a green. So I'll do every row or every other row. Green, green, green. I'll just go through and pick a bunch. And this is the old green. It's just, my computer's just being slow. It's not syncing as fast as, I'm actually gonna take this one out, as I would like them to sync. Let's make these two green. I like to do a lot of the up close ones, black and white, I don't know. Green, 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 and then we'll do their little, this is an engagement shoot with a little tiny pregnancy announcement towards the end. Okay, so if I click green, I've chosen 33 photos, so then I'm gonna highlight them all, Control A, right click, I'm going to create virtual copies, and then I'm going to click, once it creates them, develop, and then I'm gonna go in and all I do is pull the saturation all the way down, sync, and I'm just gonna click saturation and unclick everything else because I just want to make them black and white. Click sync, and they're still selected, the virtual copies. And then I'm gonna click on the little grid, and it should be making these 33 photos a copy of each one and making that copy black and white. Let's let it load. Just click sync again, sync just the saturation, grid. Okay, so it's made duplicates in black and white. So before I unselect and click anywhere, I'm just gonna do a quick glance to make sure the brightness and everything is pretty okay for each scene, which it looks pretty good. I might just take this, see how this is contrasted just because the shadows, like his jacket here and here. I might just bump up contrast here. Sorry, first I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this color label to purple, and then I'm going to go into the purples so I can see them all together. So I'm just gonna bump this contrast just to get them kind of matching. See how this is natural contrast from the sun? These are all black and white, they're just still loading. And then that looks good. Okay, and then this is important. I'm gonna go back to the greens. These are the photos I selected to make them black and white. Going to select them all, and I'm gonna make them blue with the highlight photos so that now the blues have 50 photos. These are what I'm gonna blog. So it just pulled from random. Usually the ones I make in black and white are the ones I actually like. So then I can go into the purple and pick the best black and white and make them blue. So then at the end, you have a good selection of highlights for the gallery, for the blog, that type of thing. I really like this in black and white. Just pick your favorites once you can see everything in black and white. You can tweak the contrast still. Saturate exposure down. So now if I click blue, it's gonna just be a nice mix of everything. Okay, then the last thing I'm gonna do is close this catalog, and let's reopen Imagen to click publish in PicTime. So I'm going to reopen that. Okay, so I reopened Imagen. I'm going to click view all active projects. I'm going to go into this, right click, deliver photos, export to publish to PicTime. I'm going to create a new PicTime gallery. I'm just going to say engagement with Audrey. That's good. Create gallery, and then I'm going to just let it run and publish. Okay, and then I just logged into my PicTime, so you can see here is the gallery being created. The photos are being uploaded right here. That's been about 25 already. So then when these are done, I will select them and then create a blog from here in PicTime. So that's, and then I will also export from Lightroom some photos for Instagram and social media. So that's basically my basic workflow. I have a few other videos on here about how to actually blog using ChatGPT and all this. Thanks for coming to work with me today, guys. If you're a wedding photographer too, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, do you also use Aftershoot and Imagen? And I'll see you guys next week here on YouTube.